Hey guys, it's your boy Danielson here.
And it's your girl, Miss 91 here.
Alright, now this is a SmackDown Raw review. So Miss Murder's gonna go first.
First of all, I was going to say, welcome to Couple of Wrestling.
Whoa.
Which we were supposed to do.
Welcome to Couple of Wrestling.
Anyway, since that's over and done with, and the moment has passed, I'm just going to do... I'll do Raw. We're going to do the same thing as we did last week. I'm going to do Raw. He's going to do SmackDown. So let's get to Raw first, since Raw was on Monday. The show starts with The Miz in the ring for Miz TV. He talks about how he will defeat Baron Corbin at Survivor Series because they've been having a Twitter war. So his guest on Miz TV is actually the general manager and leader of the Team Raw, which is Kurt Angle. Excuse me. Kurt Angle talks about how Raw has the best talent and SmackDown is the B show. B-rated show. The Miz tells Kurt that whatever happened so far, the weeks leading up to Survivor Series, is actually his fault. He wasn't paying attention, he was too careless, things of that nature. But The Miz also says that Braun Strowman was given a spot on the team, even though he really didn't deserve it because of what happened with his attack last week on The Miz and The Miztourage. And Kurt Angle said, yeah, well, that I had nothing to do with that, but in order for Braun to be on my team, I made a negotiation with him that he would have a match against The Miz. So The Miz actually is in a match today with Braun Strowman. So right after that, Elias Sampson, of course, is always in the middle of the ring. And this time he didn't have a guitar. And he sang a cappella. No guitar. Guitar was actually behind him on a pole on the post. And as of course, like always, someone has to always interrupt. So Jason Jordan actually came out for that match. So it was Elias versus Jason Jordan. First one to get the guitar and use it won the match. It was a lot of back and forth and trying to grab this and get that, this and that. And eventually, Jason Jordan did get the guitar and he did use it. And it broke into a million pieces. And he won that match. So, backstage, Cesaro and Sheamus actually went up to Kurt and said, it's not fair. We want to be tag team champions. Not giving us an opportunity. You're doing favoritism for the Shield. That's horrible. That sucks. And so Kurt Angle pretty much said, this is the last chance. Last time you're ever going to do this. If you don't win now, you don't get another opportunity for the long, long time. So he actually gave them the match for the tag team against Seth and Dean Ambrose. Whoever wins that match goes on to face the Usos at Survivor Series. So the next match after that was Asuka versus a local wrestler. Like always, Asuka won by submission. And Asuka was actually named a member of the Women's Raw team. The next match was Titus O'Neil versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe actually ran out to attack Titus O'Neil and then decided just to leave him at the ramp and just decided to get in the ring. And he said, you know what? Whoever wants to fight me, come out and fight me because I'm not done. And Finn Balor actually answered Samoa Joe's challenge. So the actual match that happened was Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. The fight ended up outside the ring, and it was pretty much a double countout. So no one won. And they just did not care about the bell. They just kept going and going and going, where to the point where they had to be held back by referees. And Kurt Angle came out and was like, you know what? I like the ferocity you guys have, and I think you both should be on my team. So Finn Balor and Samoa Joe were both announced for the Raw team. Right after that, Kurt Angle actually talks to Jason Jordan, and he said he needs only one person on his team that he can actually trust. So even though he knows it was a consequence for doing it, he still did it anyway because he saw that it would be known as favoritism, was that he actually put Jason Jordan on the team as his last member. SmackDown, as of right now, doesn't have their last member. So, of course, that gives them an advantage to pick one last person with knowing who the full Raw team is. So the next match of the night was Nia Jax and Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley were trying to convince Alicia Fox to put at least one or both on the same team. But right after that, so they did the whole match and all this stuff, and Sasha Banks did her submission on Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox says, "No, I want you to be on this team." And then she corrects herself and says, "No, you need to be on this team," which meant that Sasha Banks was announced as the fourth member of the Women's Raw team, but Bayley was not on one of the choices. So Bayley seems to be a little upset and a little unnerved that she was not picked. The next match of the night was Braun Strowman versus The Miz. The Miz had the Miztourage outside. They tried to do everything in their power to kind of like turn this in The Miz's advantage. It was very hard and very crazy to even do it. But Braun pretty much got everybody out of the ring, stood there. Kane decided to show himself, and he entered the ring, and he tried to chokeslam Braun Strowman. That didn't happen. Braun Strowman actually got him, and did a power slam to Kane. Of course, normal Kane. He actually got up, and Braun got him out of the ring. He landed on his feet. And with the distraction, The Miz and the Miztourage decided to come in and kind of attack him from behind, but Braun Strowman got rid of everybody from the ring. And that was pretty much the end of that match. So it was no contest between those two. Enzo Amore comes out to talk about how he thinks he's a big shot. TMZ followed me around, this, that. But he was also talking about how Kalisto's below him and he shouldn't even be in this contest and this and that. And so Kalisto comes out and sits outside the ring, and Enzo's very confused about why he's even out there. And music hits that no one's really heard of here, or really not on the show at all, but on the network, the music has been heard. So it turns out that Enzo Amore's opponent is Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom champion. And I actually rooted for him during the tournament. He didn't win the tournament, but he did gain the title from the person who won the tournament, which was insane. So the match was actually Pete Dunne versus Enzo Amore, and that match was insane. Enzo was annoying. He constantly was paying attention to Kalisto. He even tried to cheat. He put both his feet on the ropes. Thank God Kalisto was smacking his hand on the floor to get the ref's attention. And then Pete Dunne got his second win, and he was able to win that match. Thank God, because seriously, I would have been so upset over that win. So Pete Dunne won by pinfall. So they were talking about the match between Brock Lesnar and Jinder Mahal. And actually, there is a championship match on SmackDown Live where it's going to be AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. And whoever wins goes on to face Brock Lesnar. So if AJ wins, he goes and fights the Beast. If Jinder Mahal wins, then it's still the match that they've been talking about. At this point, we're just going to have to see what happens. So, the tag team match, the last match of the night, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro and Sheamus. So, match is going on like normal. And then the New Day show up. Don't know why, but they showed up. And so they're talking about how Raw was under siege again. But we don't see nobody else. It's just those three. And they're showing the camera in the back how Kurt is trying to get everybody out there. And as Raw goes to get the New Day go away. They pretty much took off. And Sheamus took advantage of that disruption and kicked Seth Rollins in the face and pinned him. So, we actually have new tag team champions for Raw. So, Cesaro and Sheamus will be going to Survivor Series to face the SmackDown champions, which is the Usos. Great. And that was pretty much the end of the night. That was actually a really crazy ending, and honestly, that was just uncalled for them to even show up. What a waste of time, and whatever. But anyways, so that was the end of Monday Night Raw, and now we're going to go to Tuesday Night SmackDown.
Alright, guys, SmackDown Live was amazing. Way better than Raw, because we unseated 2.
You know what? Whatever.
Well, again, SmackDown's my own show. So Shane McMahon came out talking about the best show on earth is SmackDown. And will be the best show, number one brand, SmackDown will be. And he was talking about how Stephanie and his partner, Kurt Angle, know about Kane, sicking Kane on Daniel Bryan. That's why our GM is not there. But news about Daniel Bryan, he will be back at work by next week. So Daniel Bryan, what else? Shane McMahon was talking about what happened last week, how about one of his wrestlers came out on Raw and, debut over there, Attack. It was an amazing plan. He liked it. He liked the power of it. So again, there's some people, they didn't care about SmackDown or Raw, or don't care about anything else. So there was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out and talking about, nobody cares about the New Day, how the hell they do this, why they could do this, but if we did it, that's wrong. So again, Shane McMahon didn't care. So he got Sami Zayn versus Kofi Kingston. That was the next match. While that's happening, Kofi win by pinfall. And out of nowhere, Kevin Owens came in the ring, attacked Kofi, and the New Day came back in the ring, tried to help out Kofi. That was crazy. The next thing is, if Rusev wins, he would join Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. Well, this match was Randy Orton versus Rusev, but in that match, Randy won by pinfall. So we are still looking for our final member, but I can't tell you now. The next one is Jamie Elfman was talking about how men are better than women.
Yeah, right.
That was hilarious and funny. Well, it was been talking about Twitter, about Carmella and Becky Lynch. So again, James Elfman got his mouth in there. And Becky Lynch says, hey, how about a battle of the sexes match? And James Elfman say, yeah, whatever. He said, I'm going to beat you. The hell's men are better, stronger, faster. Might be true.
No.
Root the men's. So you have the battle of the sexes, James Ellsworth versus Becky Lynch. While that match is happening, middle of the match, James Ellsworth tried to leave. He said, "Nah, I don't want to fight her." Well, they surrounding the ring was the members of the Women's Survivor Series match of the SmackDown side. Throw James back in the ring, and Becky Lynch won by submission. Then out of nowhere, Carmella came back, tried to help out James Ellsworth, pick him up, and kicked him in the face and left the ring. So again, her dog went bye-bye.
Hopefully for good.
The next match was a SmackDown Tag Team match. But who wins will go to Survivor Series. It was Usos versus Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. While that match was happening, one of the Usos went out of the ring, and Chad Gable attacked one of the Usos in the ankle, was down. While the referee was counted to 10, the ankle was looking bad because he landed wrong. So again, we don't know what happened by next week. We will figure that out.
Who landed wrong? The Usos?
One of the Usos.
Oh.
So again, we will not know what happened.
Wait, but if he's injured and they're tag team champions, who's going to be tag team champions if they can't compete?
We'll figure this out next week.
Oh boy.
So again, the Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable win by countout, but they're still not champions. So next week on SmackDown Live will be the United States Champion Brian Corbin defending his title to Sin Cara.
What?
Yep. The next week, the Women's Champion of SmackDown was defending her title, Natalya, versus Charlotte.
Why is everyone going up against titles?
Because this pay-per-view is not title match.
But come on,
it's just champions of champions.
Yeah, but that's a possibility of changing a title match. That's like of a regular match that's already planned.
Again, next week will be the New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Okay, the final match was for the WWE Championship match. Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles. Well, Jinder Mahal have his partner, people. The Singh brothers.
Oh boy.
Again, the Singh brothers was interfere in the match. But again, AJ Styles attacked them in the middle of the match and became the new WWE Champion.
What?
Win by pinfall. Yup.
What? Oh my god.
But again, this is yesterday.
So wait.
Oh, go ahead.
So now it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles.
Yes. The match at Survivor Series will be AJ Styles as the WWE Champion versus the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. That would be great. But again, if y'all really want to know the fifth member on SmackDown...
Yeah, who is the fifth member?
They posted yesterday.
Yesterday?
On Twitter, it is John Cena.
Ew!
Hey,
what?
SmackDown got a better team. You got two people who don't like each other.
He picked a free agent? Like, really?
Look, you got to think of Raw. Raw is bad.
Raw is not bad.
Raw is bad.
No, it's not.
You got two people who don't like each other. Who's that? Simone Joe and Finn Balor. Okay. You got a monster just want to destroy things.
Okay, you know what? I have to agree with you on two things, though.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
All right, go ahead.
You got a monster who want to destroy things. You got an old legend.
Oh, dang, you can't say that shit about Kurt Angle.
And you got a young kid who thinks he's big and bad, but he's really not.
He's not big and bad. Listen, we're giving him an opportunity. All right? First of all, Shane does not deserve to be in
We have a high flyer, Shane McMahon,
who's as old as Kurt Angle is and should not be wrestling.
Who is the world's champion, 12th time World Heavyweight Champion?
Okay.
John Cena.
John Cena's 16.
16, my bad, guys. Then you got your next WWE champion, used to be maybe a year ago, Randy Orton.
Okay.
Then you got the Shinsuke Nakamura.
All right.
Then you got Glorious. Come on.
All right.
SmackDown has a better crew. Braun Strowman would have just attacked anybody, his own crew.
No. If they don't attack him, he won't attack them. All right? That's the deal. But listen, I do agree with two things, okay, for Raw. One, we probably should not have put Finn and Samoa Joe together on the same team. They don't like each other at all, and they already started fighting. Not good. Number two, we all know that Kane and Braun Strowman have an issue, and Kane does not care if Braun is in the middle of a match. Kane will come out anyway. We all know this. What's number three?
You got Samoa Joe and AJ and this dude,
Who?
Finn Balor, attacking each other.
I already said that, though.
But
Look
again,
at, you're not listening. I already said that.
But you know what? You know what? Again, guys, we are gonna have a prediction.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do here? On an hour before the show, we're gonna go live.
Yes, that sounds great.
And I think we need to talk about every single match. Give the match at least a good 20-minute discussion. If we don't need a 20-minute discussion, we'll cut it short. But I really need to tell you that I don't care how many people you guys think you guys have. We have more experienced people than you guys do. And we have rougher, tougher people than you guys do. Yeah, you guys might have, the new blood, some new blood, and some old blood. But honestly, I think John Cena was a bad choice. Yeah, he's 16-time champion, but he could have picked anybody else. Given anybody else an opportunity.
Nobody stepped up.
Earn that. But he never gave someone an opportunity
he did.
to earn that spot.
He did. He gave it to Rusev.
No, Rusev was a bad choice. He could have given it to anybody else.
Again, he gave people challenges.
Anyways,
people lose.
The point is, we're going to do a debate an hour before, maybe a little earlier. We're going to try to figure out how to go live on YouTube, and we're going to have a lot of discussion. Almost like the pre-shows that they do where they sit down and they talk and do all this stuff. We're going to do that. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about this, every single match that's happening, and we're going to give our predictions like we always do. Okay? So if you want to see that, be ready for it. Sound good?
It sounds great to me.
Alright. Alright, guys.
Alright, guys. We're going to cut this off. But again, if y'all predictions or y'all want to talk about anything, comment down. And as Mr. Murray mentioned with the computer.
Sorry.
But again.
Forget it.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.